Okay, today's lesson is on the predicate of a sentence. So we're going to write the title, The Predicate of a Sentence. Our I can statement is this: I can identify the predicate of a sentence. Okay. If we're going to identify the predicate of a sentence, we have to first know what a predicate is. So the predicate of a sentence tells us about the subject. It tells us what they're doing or just more information about it. So we're going to write a star here and write down the predicate tells something about the subject. Here's an example. Lois Linsky wrote Strawberry Girl. Lois Linsky wrote Strawberry Girl. Underline Strawberry Girl because it's the title. Okay, we established in our last lesson that Lois Linsky was our subject. It's who the sentence is focusing on. So if we are trying to find the predicate, we're looking for something that tells us about that subject. So what are we being told about Lois Linsky? We're being told that she wrote Strawberry Girl. So wrote Strawberry Girl is our predicate. Here's another example. The tooth with a point is called a canine. The tooth with a point is called a canine. Okay. In our last lesson, we established that the subject of this sentence is the tooth, oops, don't need to circle that, is the tooth with a point. So what are we learning? What is it telling us about the tooth with a point? It's telling us that it is called a canine. So we need to circle, is called a canine. This is our predicate. Okay. Just like with our subjects, the predicate can be located anywhere in our sentence. So the next star here, our next point is this. The position of the predicate can change. The position of the predicate can change. Here's some examples. Quickly, we learned the layout of the small Hopi village. Quickly, we learned the layout of the small Hopi village. And I am not 100% sure I am pronouncing this word right. Okay. So first we need to identify the subject. Who or what is the the sentence focusing on? The subject of the sentence is we. That's who it's focusing on. So what information are they telling us about we? Well, they're telling us that we learned the layout of the small Hopi village. Okay, so in this case, our predicate is at the end of the sentence. Okay, let's look at the next example. At the entrance
At the entrance to the science fair were maps of the exhibits. At the entrance to the science fair were maps of the exhibits.
Okay, so what is the subject of the sentence? The subject is maps of the exhibits. It's telling us what the sentence is focusing on. So if this is the subject, what is it telling us about it? It's telling us where they're located. At the entrance to the science fair were maps of the exhibit. So here we have the predicate. And notice here it is also at the beginning of the sentence, whereas our last example, it was located at the end of the sentence. Okay. The next thing we need to identify is the simple and the complete predicate. So let's do another star. And we're going to write down complete predicate and simple predicates. All right. The complete predicate consists of a verb and all the words that describe the verb in its complete meaning. So the complete predicate consists of a verb and all the words that describe the verb. And complete its meaning. Okay, let's do an example. The nurse lifted the patient carefully. The nurse lifted the patient carefully. Okay, the subject of our sentence is the nurse. The predicate of our sentence tells us more information about the nurse. So what's going on with him? Well, the nurse lifted the patient carefully. So this is our subject. And more specifically, it's our our predicate. And more specifically, it's our complete predicate. The complete predicate includes the verb, which is lifted, and then all the words that go with it, the patient carefully. Now, the verb alone is called our simple predicate. Do a little star here. Let's define a simple predicate. This simple predicate or verb is the main word or word group in the complete predicate. Is the main word or word group, meaning it can be more than one word. Sometimes we have a helping verb attached to a verb. Sometimes it's simply a linking verb or an action verb. So this simple predicate or verb is the main word or word group in the complete predicate. Okay, let's do one more example. I saw a picture of a Siberian tiger. I saw a picture of a Siberian tiger. Okay. The subject of our sentence is I, and what's happening with it is I saw a picture of a Siberian tiger. So, saw a picture of a Siberian tiger. This is your complete predicate. It is the verb and all of the words that go with the verb. And that verb alone is our simple predicate. All right, so we will practice this skill tomorrow in class. Have a wonderful night.